Well, certainly some cold temperatures tonight, and as the evening progresses into the early morning, still cold temperatures.
Yeah, what we're looking at that wind shift and wind change. That's the reason why we were added most of the county. In fact, all of us, Sarasota and Manatee counties, now in that freeze warning. Right. The winds are going to stay a little bit more out of the northwest, but they didn't. They aren't, and the forecast model was pretty much right on. Those winds are already switched around to a northerly direction. Cold blast is here, and it continues to move in, and wear, again, several layers of loose-fitting clothing that provides insulation. Each layer will provide insulation. And then sensitive plants. You still have time. If you haven't done so, you're just kind of watching to see what happens with the weather. Well, it would be a good time to do it because I think we all are going to get down to freezing, at least up to US 41. And then properly ventilated space heaters. We talked about that earlier. There's always, with these cold outbreaks, fires that do start as a result of folks not paying attention to where they put that space heater. So make sure that's away from anything that could start on fire, even if you kick it over by mistake overnight. Limit your pets' outdoor exposure tomorrow morning, especially. They may not even want to go for their little morning walk. We'll see how my Mia does. Well, snow on the ground is really the factor as to why this cold air is going to stay cold all the way down to West Florida. The snow on the ground is all the way down into Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi. And that means that air will not be modified. That cold north wind will continue, and that air will not warm up at all as it makes its way into our direction by sunrise tomorrow. So we told you this earlier if you haven't seen it. The freeze warning in effect. Now, areas mainly east of I-75, maybe a little bit further east, we'll see a duration, I think, right around 5 hours. It could be up to 8, but I think that'll be a little bit far stretched there. Dangerous wind chills definitely for everybody. That's not out of the ordinary as far as this kind of situation is setting up. We'll see those into the mid-20s tomorrow morning. And then the small craft advisory, don't imagine many people out there boating right now. That cold air advection continues. I don't see any clouds to the west of us either, upper level clouds. There's some down to our south. We had a little bit around earlier, but that usually can inhibit that temperature drop too. But the big factor, I think, tonight will be the winds turning to the north and then northeast, already in the north in some parts. Now, this continues to drop. Now, we are going to see near freezing temperatures at 6 a.m., staying all the way around to 8 a.m. And at this point is where the wind chill will be right around 25 degrees. And the temperature forecast calling for lows at 4 a.m. right around 34. And then by 7, 32 here in Sarasota. We won't warm up much. In fact, by 3 o'clock, only 53 degrees tomorrow. So it's not one of those days things are going to warm up. And then tomorrow night, we're not out of the woods. We're going to see upper 30s to even some mid-30s inland on Friday morning. The wind chill at 39, dew point low. We got to watch this number. The more it drops, the more likely we'll see freezing temperatures here. And the high today was a warm one, 69. We won't get back to 70, I don't think, until Saturday. 31 degrees in Jacksonville. I wanted to show you this graphic. In fact, you can see temperatures already all in the low 40s in places like Mayaca City, Arcadia in the mid 40s there, but 47 in Inglewood. Right on the water, Cortez, even pretty cold for Cortez at 48 degrees right now. And as far as the futurecast goes, there's no real threat of any rainfall here or, for that matter, clouds. It's going to be sunny all day tomorrow, but unfortunately, it's not going to warm up much at all, and that's the way it's going to be. Now, that wind, I said, will switch around more to a northeasterly direction, and that begins before sunrise tomorrow. Well, here's the 7-day forecast then. We have a cold start. Obviously, we talked about that, but the finish won't be all that warm either. 55 for a high tomorrow. Sunshine, but look at that low, 38 on Friday morning. We'll warm up to the low 60s. That'll seem nice compared to what we're going to be doing for the next 24 hours. And then Saturday, really quite outstanding, both Saturday and Sunday. Compared to last weekend, this will be a breeze.